Hey guys, what's up? My name is Emily Hood and welcome back to FHNtoday TV. Man, has it been a crazy news week. On this week's episode, we will be discussing the divide caused by Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court hearings, the reason why you might have gotten logged out of your Facebook this weekend, the earthquake and tsunami rocking Indonesia, and the end to the Cardinals season. On Thursday, the heated argument began over Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court confirmation as Kavanaugh and his accuser, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee to discuss sexual assault allegations against Kavanaugh. In the hearing, Republicans hired prosecutor Rachel Mitchell of Arizona, who's familiar with prosecuting sex crimes, in order to determine some of the facts of the allegations and prevent the appearance of senators attacking both witnesses. Ford delivered a powerful and credible testimony going into some excruciating detail of her sexual assault and how it has affected her life. After Ford's testimony, a fiery Kavanaugh then spoke to the Senate Judiciary Committee, and eventually the whole hearing erupted into partisan chaos. Democrats looked into issues such as Kavanaugh's high school yearbook, past drinking habits, and repeatedly asked Kavanaugh if he would be willing to open an FBI investigation into the allegations to clear his name. Republicans on the committee, such as Lindsey Graham, claimed that the whole process was, quote, an unethical sham organized by the Democrats. On Friday morning, it looked as though Kavanaugh's nomination was going to be passed through until Republican Senator and swing vote Jeff Flake called for a week-long FBI investigation into the allegations by Christine Blasey Ford and two other women, Julie Swetnick and Deborah Ramirez. The investigation will continue into tomorrow, where the FBI will have an opportunity to interview other key witnesses, such as the women mentioned before and friends close to Kavanaugh at the time of the alleged assault. If you tried to log into Facebook this week, you probably got a notice saying that you had been logged out of your account. Last week, Facebook fell victim to a major security breach affecting 50 million users' accounts. Hackers were able to gain access to the accounts through a bug in Facebook's View As feature, which allows users to view their profile as if they were somebody else. Facebook logged out the 50 million users who were affected by the attack, plus another 40 million who might have been vulnerable. While Facebook says that there is no need to change your passwords and that the bug has been fixed, they said there is a chance that hackers could have gained access to other apps that users are logged into via their Facebook accounts. The people of Indonesia are in a state of emergency after a 7.5 magnitude earthquake and tsunami struck the nation. Many communities are buried in rubble to the point where rescuers are not even sure if they can get into them. One of the hardest hit cities has been Palu, where the death toll has risen to 1,230. Residents are criticizing the Indonesian government's lack of warning and their disorganization in mobilizing aid to extremely needy communities. People are desperate to leave the nation and swarmed Palu airport while rescue airplanes were transporting supplies and taking people to and from the island, making it difficult for them to take off and land. Humanitarian organizations will be working hard in the next few weeks to provide much-needed food and water to the people of Indonesia. Last week, the Cardinals season came to an end after a victory by the Los Angeles Dodgers knocked them out of playoff contention. The Cardinals were fighting for the second wildcard spot in the National League against the Colorado Rockies. After a disappointing few months of the season, the hiring of new manager Mike Schill helped push the Cardinals back into a playoff spot, and they went 22-6 in August. If the Cardinals want to improve for next season and not miss the playoffs for a fourth year in a row, they need to fix their errors. The Cardinals led the MLB in errors with 133, which is more than double the team with the least amount of errors, the Houston Astros, who only had 63. The Cardinals will look to regroup in the offseason by adjusting their bullpen and possibly acquiring new free agents like Bryce Harper to aid in their offense. Despite the fact that the team has missed the playoffs for the third season in a row, I really have enjoyed watching Cardinals baseball this year. Watching Matt Carpenter's killer home runs from his famous salsa or Harrison Bader sprinting around the bases this season has really reminded me my St. Louis always has and always will be a baseball town. Thank you all for sticking with me to the very end of this episode of Hood Report. It sure has been a whirlwind week for the country. Make sure to tune into this channel tomorrow to watch the latest episodes of 100 Yards, where host Cole Sherman will be interviewing varsity boys soccer defenseman Peter Moxley. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great week.